Alam mo, I'm sorry, I have to use this term kasi wala akong maisip na term para i-describe itong ginawa nyo. Tanga kayo. Ito, tanga. Itong attorney, you're an attorney, tanga ka. Oh, sorry. Tama? So, talagang mahilig kang gumamit ng guerrilla tactics dyan sa DMCI. So, dapat lawyer to lawyer. Alam mo yan, bilang isang abogado, bilang respeto sa kapwa mga abogado. Diba? Dapat inimpormahan mo yung abogado nila na, okay, Panyero, yung 4 mong kliyente, makikipagsero sa amin, gusto bang sumama para mag-witness, etc., etc. Hindi mo ginawa. Talagang mahilig kang alam, madidisbar ka na din di oras ko.
No, Your Honor. When this case are when the Supreme Court already what you call this issued a resolution in first division that there is what you call this that the workers are entitled to one-third of the property, Your Honor. Their lawyer, Attorney Arellano, which is their main counsel, Your Honor, what you call this, came to us and wrote a letter to us, Your Honor. We are keep on saying, Your Honor, that we cannot talk to you because under the what you call this, the workers as presented to us are the council are still the Attorney Capulong or the Sigyon Reyna, Your Honor. Because of that, Your Honor, we asked the labor during the recently, Your Honor, we were very confused, Your Honor, who are the council of the workers, because as per Sigyon Reyna or Attorney Capulong, they're saying that they are the lawyer of the
Okay, wait a minute. So, nung nakausap niyo yung 4 para aregluhin, kausapin, okay? Present ba yung mga lawyers nila?
It's attorney, Your Honor. We don't want to talk to them first, Your Honor, because as far as the
Hindi nga. Kaya nga, nung sabi mo, nag-offer ka ng settlement, kinausap niyo po yung 4 na complainants na mga kasama ni Mr. Bueno.
Yes, Your Honor. The lawyer is present, Your Honor.
Informan niyo muna yung lawyers nila.
Yes, Your Honor.
Representing them.
Yes, Your Honor.
And you did make sure na yung lawyer na yon talagang legally
Yes, Your Honor.
Representative.
Yes, Your Honor, because in the labor arbitration, the presence of...
Gusto ko lang tanong mo lang, yes or no?
Yes, Your Honor.
Attorney Capuno. So, ang sinasabi niya, hindi raw ikaw ang lawyers ng 4.
Your Honor, in that regard, if you'd like to comment on that there are certain inconsistencies already on the statement of the council because they said that they do not know who actually represents the complainants, and yet they proceeded on the settlement with the complainants and acknowledging a certain representation as their counsel, Your Honor. Where in fact, before there was a conference held before labor arbiter Kapinig, where the parties were asked who their counsel was, and 3 of them identified this representation, our law office, as their counsel, Your Honor. And yet they proceeded with the settlement without the assistance of this representation, Your Honor.
Attorney Gascon, would you like to react?
Your Honor, because there are 2 councils are representing the council, and so that's why the labor arbiter on September 14, Your Honor, called a hearing, Your Honor, in order to confirm who are the co-counsel of the complainant, Your Honor. And during that hearing, Your Honor, the workers manifested with the labor arbiter that Attorney Arellano is the real counsel, Your Honor, not the Attorney Capuno. And because of that, Your Honor, those who are represented by Attorney Arellano, they're the one that we settled, Your Honor.
Attorney Capuno?
Your Honor, there was, Mr. Rebueno could confirm this, that they even reached out to Mr. Rebueno for settlement without the knowledge of his counsel, Your Honor. If Mr. Bueno could be allowed to speak, Your Honor.
Yes, Mr. Bueno.
Your Honor, ang kaso po namin noon, simula, noong September 1996, noong November 8, 2008, natuklasan po namin na niloko kami ng Lawin law firm sapagkat ibinenta po nila yung 3 unit ng bus sa halagang 1 million. Kaya nandito po yun siya.
Sino po nanloko sa inyo, sir?
Ang ano po doon, nagbenta si Mostrales, si Villamor Mostrales, na tauhan po ng Arellano Law Office.
Oh, okay.
Ngayon po, nung matuklasan po namin yon na ito pala ay binenta noong 2004, December 6.
So, ibig sabihin,
2004.
tirador itong
Ito
ano niya.
po yung ano, gamit
Yung
po yung
abogado
aming
niyo.
mga
Ano pangalan
peking
ng law firm?
Arellano Law Office po. Tauhan po ito si Villamor Mostrales.
Okay.
Nung matuklasan po namin na ito ay nagbenta noong 2008, hindi na po namin siya kinuha, abogado, sapagkat gumagawa po siya ng mga pagkilos na hindi namin alam. Kagaya po nito na ibinenta nung natuklasan namin 2008 na. So nawalan po kami ng tiwala sa Arellano Law Office. Sa katunayan po, nung mag-file ang DMCI ng third-party claim noong February 15, 2007, ang sumagot po noon nung motion to dismiss, si Attorney Mendoza na ang sumagot. Hindi na po namin kinuha ang Arellano Law Office sapagkat nawalan nga po kami ng tiwala at hindi na namin sila inintindi pa.
Yun naman pala, Mr.
Noong ano po, noong 2000,
Yun naman pala, Attorney Gascon. Niloko sila. Manluloko yung kanilang abogado kaya tinanggal na nila. Kumuha na sila ng ibang abogado. So, hindi ba kayo gumawa ng pag-check, due diligence to make sure na yun talaga pa rin ang abogado at hindi itong abogado na sa halip tulungan sila, lulukuhay ba sila?
Your Honor, during that time in previous years, they keep on coming to our office, and then still the Arellano Law Office are still representing them during that time.
Pero, so very,
even also, Your Honor, in
even
before.
after 2008,
Yes, Your Honor.
when was the last time that the law firm, Arellano Law Firm, represented them, that you saw these people in your office representing
Well, in
Mr.
fact, he is
Bueno
also
Rizal?
there, Your Honor,
Huh?
and he was also there. And in fact, there is a picture, Your Honor, that they're together with the group of the Attorney Arellano, Your Honor.
Kaya nga, anong date nga po ito?
It's since 2008, 2009, 2000 until 2022, Your Honor, he was there.
The Arellano Law
Yes,
Firm
Your Honor, and we're in factoring in the
Was he
labor.
there?
Yes, Your Honor.
accompanying the complainants,
Yes, Your Honor.
including Mr. Bueno?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Bueno, sir. Kasi kung totoo sinasabi mo, Mr. Bueno, na niloko kayo noong 2008 dahil binenta nga yung lupa at sinibak nyo na yung kanilang serbisyo, sinibak nyo na sila sa pagiging abogado ninyo, bakit, kung totoo sinasabi ni Attorney Gascon, bakit naipagkita pa rin kayo sa kanila up to 2020? Mr. Attorney Gascon, up to what year?
Up to 2020, during the pandemic, Your Honor, they're still coming to our office.
2020 at pupunta pa raw kayo sa opisina kasama to si Attorney Arellano. O di ko kayo mag-react, Mr. Bueno?
hindi na po namin talaga abogado ang Lawin.
Hindi nga po, kung hindi nyo po abogado,
Marami po.
nagigipatas na po ako dito sa RAF. Kung hindi nyo na po abogado, sinibak nyo na nga po sila dahil manloloko nga itong Arellano law firm, sabi niyo po, then dapat hindi niyo na po sila kinakausap at hindi na po kayo sumasama-sama sa kanila. Binanggit pa ho nitong si Atty. Gascon, up to 2020, pumupunta kayo sa tanggapan ng
DMCI, Your Honor.
DMCI and kasama itong si Arellano.
Ay, hindi po namin kinukuha na talaga kahit sa ang hearing. Hanggang sa LRA, hindi po namin kinuha na yon. Pinutol na nga po namin yung komunikasyon sa kanila sapagkat naintindihan po namin na
With information of...
niloloko kami.
Ginoong Lilyo, ang sinasabi ni Atty. Gascon, ang sinasabi nyo, pinutol nyo na ang inyong relasyon dun sa abogado no 2008. Pero lagi pa rin kayo pupunta sa opisina ng DMCI hanggang 2020.
O totoo yan.
At meron daw silang...
Minsan napunta kami doon.
Can I show the picture that he was in the office of Attorney Arellano recently? Yes,
How recent is that?
present month, Your Honor. I think last month. Only this month, Your Honor. September.
Nung nakaraang buwan daw, nandun kayo sa
Yes,
opisina
sir.
ni Atty. Arellano. Atty. Villamor.
Atty. Capuno, you might want to help.
Your Honor, I think that recent photo pertains to the recent attempt to settle and compromise with the laborers, where DMCI went directly to the laborers, Your Honor. I think that's the instance the council was saying, Your Honor.
Mr. Bueno, totoo ba na nandun kayo sa opisina ng DMCI nitong buwan na ito o nakaraang buwan?
Nakaraang totoo po yun. Inaakit po ako na
Sino po nag-imbita sa inyo?
mga
Sino po
kasama ko.
nagpatawag sa inyo? Kusang loob ba kayo pumunta sa kanila o meron po tumawag sa inyo para pumunta rin sa opisina ng
Yung
DMCI?
samahan ko po sa kaso.
Sino po yung kasamahan niyo sa kaso? Kala ko kayo na lang nag-isa.
Inibitahan po kami na di umano ay ibibenta yung lupa namin.
So inamin mo na nandun kayo sa opisina ng DMCI. Ano ang naging areglo ninyo? Ang naging usapan ninyo?
Ang usapan, kinukumbinsi po ako
Na
na pumirma na ibenta namin sa DMCI ang lupa namin. When in fact, na-ibenta po namin na yun kay Raymond Ang. Nauna na po yun. Nung,
so ano sinabi nila? Hindi kayo pumayag.
alin natin ito, ibenta na natin ito sa kwan. Sabi ko, sige, tingnan ko yung
So sorry, Mr. Chair.
yung dokumento.
Mr. Bueno, you have to be very careful dun sa mga answers mo. If you cannot answer it correctly or properly, then consult your lawyer. Kasi nga po, noong 2008, niloko ka na nitong si Arellano Law Firm. Bakit recently, sumama ka pa rin sa kanila para makipag-negotiate o makipag-usap? Niloko ka na, di ba? Niloko na kayo. O ba't pa kayo makipag-usap sa mga mandoloko? Di ba,
Ang intention
naturalmente lamang po na kapag yung isang tao na niloko na tayo, huwag na tayong magtiwala sa kanila. Sumama ka pa rin sa attempt na magkaroon ng aregluhan. You might want to answer that, Atty. Capuno.
Your Honor, in that regard, because DMCI went directly to the complainants, Your Honor, to the laborers. Regrettably, we were not aware.
Were you the council? Kailan po kayo naging council? Si
We
Mr.
were
Perez?
engaged, Your Honor, starting June last year, 2022, Your Honor.
2022. So, noong 2020, hindi po kayong
Not yet, Your Honor.
So, yung tinanggal niyo po, kasi sabi niyo po, niloko kayo ng Arellano Law Firm. Sino pong kinuha yung abogado, Mr. Bueno? Meron bang kapalit na abogado kayong nilapitan, law firm?
Meron.
Sino po yun?
Yun po yun si Atty.
Attorney
Mendoza.
Mendoza?
Marami po kaming nakuha.
Okay, so meron ho ba kayong dokumentong pirmahan na kinukuha niyo po bilang retainer at abogado niyo itong si Attorney Mendoza?
po kaming file yan.
Okay.
Wala, hindi ko lang po ngayon.
Itong DMCI na si Attorney Mendoza, ang bago naming counsel dahil itong si Attorney Arellano ay niloko kami.
Meron pa po kaming kinuha ng abogado si Attorney Mora.
Attorney
Raul Mora.
Mora, okay. Again, na-inform ho ba ang DMCI na si Attorney Mendoza and Attorney Mora are these two lawyers who will be representing us from now on after 2008?
Ano po yan?
Meron ho ba kayong mga dokumentong pinirmahan na kinukuha nyo bilang retainer nyo itong dalawang abogado and na-inform ho ba itong DMCI?
Attorney Capuno, i-guide mo na lang.
Meron. Okay. So, Attorney Gascon, so you were properly informed according to Mr. Bueno na si Attorney Mendoza and Attorney Mora ang kanilang bagong counsel. Pero bakit si Attorney Arellano pa rin ang palagi yung kinukonta? Parang nananagata kayo.
No, Your Honor. Attorney Mendoza and Attorney Mora, the one that they saying that they hired it, he is the lawyer of another claimant, Your Honor. That is the party that allegedly that they sold their right before.
Hindi, pero you were properly informed by...
No, Your Honor, we are not properly informed by that. Because during that time, it's always Attorney Arellano who are with.
Hindi nga, pero meron daw silang dokumento na nagpirmahan sila ni Attorney Mendoza at Attorney Mora.
We have no record, Your Honor.
Meron kayong dokumento? Attorney Capuno, you might want to help your client. Meron bang dokumento na showing na ang bagong abogado niya na ay si Attorney Mendoza and Attorney Mora kapalit ni Attorney Arellano?
Meron po kaming file niyan.
Meron.
Your Honor.
And you have that with you?
Di ko lang po dala ngayon.
Okay.
Meron po
You might want to
silang
present it to us
entry of
next year.
appearance.
Okay.
At the same time nga po nung sila ay nag-file na...
Teka, so meron po kayo, entry of appearance. So yun po ipinakita nyo sa kanila.
Opo.
Oh. Attorney Gascon, he said, she said na to. So magpapakita sila ng dokumento na meron siyang entry of appearance at kanino po presenta yung document na yun. Stating na may entry of appearance na sa amin itong sina Attorney Mendoza at Attorney Mora. Kanino po presenta yung dokumentong yun? Kanino po binigay? Kanino po pinakita? Sinumite?
Yun po ay na ano yun, dahil may entry of appearance. Tapos po, Your Honor,
Hindi, kanino nyo po binigay yung dokumentong yon sa DMCI? Sino dun sa DMCI ang binigyan nyo?
Sa kanila po kasi yung reply po, Your Honor, nung
Hindi, kanino nga po? Kanino at kanino? Sino doon?
Yung sa DMCI po, meron po kaming kopya na ibinigay sa kanila.
Okay, so may received copy.
Your Honor,
So, go ahead, Attorney Capuno. So, yung gusto ko naman i-clear. So, sabi niya, binigay sa DMCI, so dapat yung may receive. Diba? Yung parang ni-receive copy.
yes, Your Honor.
We have that kind of document, Attorney Capuno.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, if I may. Your Honor, in the usual practice, when a counsel enters its appearance in court, the parties are furnished a copy of the entry of appearance. That would serve as a notice to the party that a new counsel is representing the complainant.
Who is supposed to furnish that copy?
The counsel filing the entry of appearance, Your Honor.
So, that is supposed to be Attorney Mendoza and Attorney Mora.
Yes, Your Honor. That
They were
is part of the records of the case, Your Honor.
Okay. So, since they're not here, we cannot ask them. My question kasi sana, if meron tayong kopya ng dokumento na na-receive yung document na yon na telling DMCI na they are the new lawyers,
Yes, Your Honor.
you might want to look for that.
We'll check the records, Your Honor.
Okay. Kasi kapag merong ganong dokumento, then may problema na naman tong DMCI. Pinaipas na naman nila yung mga abogado na totoo,
Your Honor,
na yun talaga ang legit.
Your Honor, if I may add on the discussion regarding the alleged settlement in year 2009, as mentioned earlier, if I may quote the portion of the decision of the Supreme Court, it stated there that, I quote, The above cited statement demonstrates that the signatures of respondents were fraudulently placed in the said deed of redemption and quitclaim. Villamor A. Mostrales, open close parenthesis Mostrales, the representative of their previous counsel, gave them 100,000 pesos in the guise that it was the proceeds of an open close to the insurance from a surety company, and they were made to sign blank pages with their names. However, before the LA, it was shown that it was Attorney Gascon, the lawyer of DMCI, who gave the money to Mostrales, believing that the latter was a lawyer. Evidently, the consent of the respondents was fraudulently secured in this said deed of redemption and quitclaim. These are the words of the Supreme Court, Your Honor. If earlier it was mentioned that there was a settlement made in year 2009, but the findings of the Supreme Court stated that it is not 1.9 million that was given to the respondents, but only 100,000 pesos only. And it was not as a settlement of the labor case, but only the proceeds of an insurance from a surety company, Your Honor. I'm just lifting the findings of the Supreme Court, Your
Now,
Honor.
Attorney Gascon, tell us, nagsisinungaling ba ang Supreme Court doon sa in-issue nilang statement?
That's the finding of the Supreme, but we filed, Your Honor, with that.
Sino mas paniniwalaan ko? Ikaw, Supreme Court. Sino ang dapat paniniwalaan ko? Sige, sumagot ka. Be careful with your answer.
Of course, Your Honor, it's the wordings of the Supreme Court. And
Exactly. There you go. Base sa sinabi ng wording sa Supreme Court, ikaw ay sinungaling. Sinasabi ninyo, dyan sa DMCI, na nagbayad kayo ng 1.9 million para sa lahat ng complainant. Pero ay, para areglo doon sa kanilang claim. Wala sabi ng Supreme Court, hindi, 100,000 naman binigay ninyo at niloko nyo pa. Hindi nyo sinabi ka-areglo, kundi, repeat it again, Attorney Gascon. The 100,000 is for?
I quote, sir, the 100,000 in the guise that it was the proceeds of an insurance from a surety company.
Insurance from a surety company. In the guise. See? Ibig sabihin, niloko nyo itong mga tao. You said 1.9 million. The Supreme Court said no. 100,000 lamang. You said the 1.9 is para pang-areglo. The Supreme Court said no. Walang 1.9, meron 100,000 pero yun ay para sa insurance. In the guise na yun ay para sa insurance at para sa surety. O sige, sabihin mo mali ang Supreme Court. Sige, subukan mo.
no, Your Honor, I'm not saying that the Supreme Court is wrong, Your Honor.
Very clear yung wording sa Supreme Court dun. Hindi naman, the Supreme Court will not come up with that kind of decision, with that kind of wordings dun sa dokumentong binabasa ni Mr. Capuno without all the documentation presented to them, all the pieces of evidence. The Supreme Court did due diligence. It took them years before they come up with that kind of decision. Hindi ka tulad sa'yo, moro-moro ang decision mo, moro-moro yung mga pinagagawa mo. Kaya nga, yung buhay, yung patay, kaya mong buhayin.
Your Honor, the one that would distribute that is Mr. Mostrales, Your Honor. It's
No, let's talk about the Supreme Court decision. Yung wordings doon sa dokumento na galing sa Supreme Court. Nasabi mo, 1.9 million pesos pang areglo sa lahat ng complainant. Right? Sabi ng Supreme Court, it didn't happen. Kundi, 100,000 lamang. At yung 100,000, niloko nyo pa sila. Sinabi, yan ay para sa insurance. Yan ay para sa insurance at surety. Hindi areglo.
Attorney, excuse me, Senator Raffy. What is you filed an MR before the Supreme Court?
That's in the first division, Your Honor. We filed the MR, partial reconsideration, Your Honor, because the Supreme Court already gave a pronouncement that the 1/3 is
Ano decision yung binabasa mo? First Division, Attorney Cabuno?
I'm reading the Supreme Court First Division decision.
All
Your
right.
Honor.
You filed an MR before the First Division.
partial MR. Your Honor.
Has it been resolved? Not yet.
Not
So it is most unlikely that they will not reverse their own decision. What if they deny your MR?
Your Honor, if they denied your MR, that's why recently we already, when the Supreme Court decision came that they are only entitled to 1/3, the complainant already, the because Your Honor came again to DMCI for settlement, Your Honor.
Binagit mo yung MR, Mr. Gascon, motion for reconsideration, doon po
Partial, Your Honor.
partial motion for reconsideration, doon po sa naging desisyon ng Supreme Court. Ano yung mga bagong ebidensya isinumiti mo para sabihin sa Supreme Court na dapat pakikinggan kayo dahil nagsasabi kayo na totoo? Kasi ang sabi ng Supreme Court, 100,000 lamang. Ang sabi mo, 1.9. Ano yung mga dokumentong sinumiti mo para makorek? Kung meron man dapat i-correct doon sa desisyon ng Supreme Court.
I'm not the one who filed the
Well,
particulars, but
You're not the one who did file that, pero nasaan na yung MR ninyo? Ano mga naka-attach doon sa MR ninyo? Hindi naman pwede magpapadala ka ng MR nang walang attachments.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, we don't have the copy of the...
Alam mo, mag-hearing tayo at itong pag-uusapan natin, hindi mo dinala? Abogado ka, di ba? Pag pupunta ka sa korte sa isang hearing, pag may kaso ka,
Who filed
Wala ng
the
document.
MR?
It's our external counsel, Your Honor. It's our Law Office, Your Honor.
Not you?
Not me, Your Honor.
Why? I thought you're the lead counsel of DMCI.
We have our external counsel, Your Honor.
pero kahit na Mr. Chair, kahit na hindi sila nag-file, at least yung final ng counsel
Didn't
before,
they give you a copy of the
meron dapat sila.
MR?
Yes, Your Honor. It's in the office, Your Honor.
So nasaan na po yung MR?
Where it yun? It was in the... Unfortunately, it was not. But we will provide, Your Honor, if the...
I-provide mo yung MR ninyo, anong nakasaad doon, and then ano yung mga new information and pieces of evidence na prinsinta ninyo para
Baliktad.
Yes, Your
kung
Honor.
meron man dapat may correct,
Yes, Your Honor.
di ba?
Yes.
Doon sa decision ng Supreme Court, it has been correct, it should be corrected because these are the documents we are presenting you stating na ito yung tama.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay? Si
Okay, Senator Cheese.
Senator Chis.
He's been waiting for several minutes.
I was listening. Some preliminaries, Mr. Chairman, with the permission of Senator Tulpo. May I ask, Attorney Gascon, ano yung partially nire-reconsider nyo sa decision ng First Division?
Again, Your Honor, we raised with the Supreme Court their observation first that with regard to this pronouncement that
There was fraud.
yes, Your Honor.
Okay, what else?
We are answering, Your Honor, the observation of the Supreme Court about the fraud. We are explaining to them. We are, Your Honor.
Yung conduct nyo lang. Pero hindi nyo kina-question na may 1/3 supposed
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor.
When did you bring up the issue of the 1/3? Because about this time, even when you bought the interests of TLDC, you were presuming that you have the entire property. When did you bring up the fact that they own 1/3 and you own 2/3?
From the very start, Your Honor, when they're already claiming that the 1/6, we are already arguing that they are
What
not.
year?
Maybe around, Your Honor, 2009, Your Honor, 2009.
2009.
Yes, yes, Your Honor.
Attorney Austria, thank you for coming. Mr. Austria, thank you for coming, sir. When was DMCI Project Development Incorporated? What year?
I believe it's around 1990. 1995.
When did you assume the interests of TLDC and how?
Merger. Yes. Merger. 2000.
Around 2000, year 2000, through a merger.
Year 2000. What was the process? You bought TLDC? Or was TLDC really owned by DMCI?
It was through a merger. It was through a merger, no, of the company.
Merger. Who owned TLDC before? Yun yung bukbit.
I'm not aware, Your Honor.
Sir? When?
I'm not aware.
Are the previous officers of TLDC still part of the MCI Projects Inc.? Project Developers Inc.?
Sorry, the merger was in 1997.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, it's not in our records right now who the owner is.
And I presume that the merger was done in pursuit of an interest of the MCI. Correct?
Yes.
Some preliminaries again, Mr. Chairman. DMCI Project Developers Inc. is wholly owned by DMCI.
Yes, DMCI Holdings Incorporated.
Wholly owns DMCI Holdings. The listed company wholly owns DMCI Project Developers Inc. Correct, sir?
100%. It's almost 100, well, nearly 100%, but not totally.
But hindi magiging 100%. Wholly owned na.
I
Hindi
think-
naman listed ang Project Developers Inc. Ang listed
No.
DMCI Holdings.
Correct.
But the profits, income of the MCI Project Developers Inc. are all referred to the holdings company which is listed, correct, sir?
Correct.
No, sir. I asked the question because, Mr. Chairman, it was TLDC who bought the land from the Las Laxinas, which included the respondent in the labor case. 3 siblings, that's why they're basing their claim on the 1/3 because only one sibling had an unfavorable judgment from the NLRC. Now, sir, itong property to, katabi ba ito ng development ng DMCI o may katabing property na pag-aari ng DMCI? Itong kila Laksina.
Yes, katabi po.
Katabi?
Yes.
Katabi po o nasa gitna? Ng
Katabi po.
kasalukuyang development ninyo?
Katabi po. Katabi po.
It's not surrounded by DMCI properties that you own?
Surrounded, sir. Surrounded.
Well, there are other properties of DMCI around it.
Exactly. So, DMCI owned properties surround the Laksina property.
Well,
Yes, sir.
yes. Well,
We can
maraming
get, we can
properties
easily
around
get
it.
the map, sir, but
Hindi adjacent, but there are a lot of properties there
in this area.
in this.
I'm just saying in this area, sir.
In this that general area, yes.
So, would it be rational and logical to assume that it is essential for DMCI to get this property, otherwise, may isla ka sa gitna ng development mo? That's why you had a merger, perhaps, with
Yes.
TLDC.
Yes, we continuously try to acquire properties around that area, no, so that we can increase the development areas. But then again, there are other properties that we cannot procure, no. So we leave it at that.
Mr. Chair, may request from the Secretary to kindly request from the Assessor's Office in Taguig the location map in order to determine the location of the MCI properties in this particular area, as well as the TCT in question, which has two TCT numbers already. One in the name of the laborers and another one in the name of the MCI, which I presume contains the same technical description. Would that be correct? Parehong dito rin, di ba? I can refer to the titles in the record. TCT number 25491 and your TCT number 12619. I presume it contains the same area, right? Right.
Yes, Your Honor.
So that we can see the whole picture, Mr. Chairman. Now, may I ask the Register of Deeds? The main reason why Senator Tulpo filed this resolution to inquire was because there was already a final and executory decision by the labor arbiter, later on the NLRC. In fact, one of the cases pending before the Supreme Court, if not finally resolved, was a case involving a consulta through the LRA. Sir, may I ask, were you the Register of Deeds when this point in question was brought up in consulta?
Good morning, Your Honor. I am not the RD at the time when the consulta was raised. I only assumed office last May 19, 2023. Sir, the consulta was raised in 2011.
Sir.
Yes,
Now,
sir.
may I ask, saan po kayo galing bago maging Register of Deeds? Doon din, di ba?
Sir, before po, 2004, I was appointed acting deputy of Taguig, but I was transferred to Marikina in 2006. And then transferred again I was appointed RD of Mandaluyong in 2007, sir. But I assumed office of Mandaluyong in 2018 po, sir.
So you have extensive experience with being with the Register of Deeds.
Yes, Your
Right.
Honor.
Now, sir, can you explain to me why would the Register of Deeds deny the annotation of an entry of judgment and even bring it up on consulta, which I find, to say the least, weird?
Yes, sir. Sir, technically, sir, the RD, with due respect, sir, did not deny the annotation, sir, of the NLRC, but rather raise it in consulta on the powers of NLRC to order the transfer of the title. And another issue that was raised in that consulta was whether the whole property is involved in the transfer. Sir, kasi nga po, nakita natin na sinasabi ang contention nga nila, one-third.
I agree, but on the first issue, whether or not the NLRC, what did you say, has the power, blah, 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 but the Register of Deeds of Taguig issued a certificate of title in the name of the laborers based on a ruling of the NLRC, on an award of the NLRC.
Sir, the RD did not yet issue the title in the name of the laborer, sir. It is still pending, sir.
Yung sale. No, sir. The sale was registered in TCT 25491.
Yes, sir. But under annotation, but the sale, sir, po, it pertains to the transfer to Taguig land, sir. Not yet to the laborer.
Dahil binenta nga noong 1995.
Yes po, sir.
Tama ba?
Yes, sir. So the annotation on title number
491.
25491, sir, the sale was annotated on June 30, 2009 on a December 29 document, sir, of a sale in favor of Taguig Land Development Corporation covering the said property, sir. Then subsequent title was issued, which is the present title is
In favor of the MCI?
not yet, sir. It's in favor of the Taguig Land Development Corporation, sir.
That's TCT number 12619.
Yes, Your Honor.
Correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, may I ask, where is your office?
Sir, in the 8th floor of SM Aura Office Tower, Taguig, sir.
Previous to that?
Sir, previous to
Wala pa
that,
namang SM Aura nun eh.
yes, sir. Sir, the first office of the Taguig was in Rizal, and then was transferred to the City Hall of Taguig. Then later on, transferred to Bayani Road, and then to SM Aura.
Where in Bayani Road, sir?
Sir, along Bayani Road, sir, I do not have the exact address along Bayani Road, sir.
You have people there?
Sir,
When did you transfer to SM Aura?
we transferred in 2000, no. Between, sir, 15 or 14 or 15, sir.
And prior to that, can you ask your associate behind where the office of the Register of Deeds was located when it left City Hall?
Sir, they are not aware of the specific address, sir, in Manong Bayan.
Just to clear the air, may I ask the MCI if the Register of Deeds at any point in time leased a property from you? for their offices? Not at all, sir? Just to make sure.
No, sir.
On the part of the Register of Deeds, sir, can you find out?
Yes, sir. I will look into the history of the rent, sir.
Now, going back to Attorney Austria, sir, according to Attorney Gascon, you began construction and development of the area, correct? Sinimulan nyo na, di ba? Ginagalaw nyo na yung lupang involved dito. That was his statement earlier, in the previous hearing. Can you confirm that, sir?
Yes.
You're already developing the entire property. Hindi lang yung mga nasa palibot, pati yung property in question.
Not the entire property po kasi part of the property lang kasi I believe the title involved is 1,600 1.6 hectares and it was owned by 3 people, no. So the
Three
one that's being
siblings.
claimed is 3 siblings. So 1/3 lang yung issue dito na kiniklaim nung iba. nung
Yes, sir.
workers.
You're referring to the 1 point something hectares covered by TCT 12619. Correct, sir?
Yes, sir.
And it is your testimony that you are already developing part of the lot covered by TCT 12619.
Yes.
Which part, sir?
Which part are we developing?
Yes.
It's a small part of the entire of that property, no? A very
Who
small.
decided which part you will already begin development in? I presume you.
Yes, upon the recommendation of our project development team, no? Yes.
So, according to your lawyer, they themselves assume, that's why they did not seek a reconsideration anymore, that you bought only 2/3 and that the 1/3 pertains to Honorato Lacsina. And that is the subject matter of this long story, correct? Kaya nga nagbayad kayo ng ilang beses, di ba? Sa mga laborer, sa abogado.
I believe we bought the entire property po. The
Sir?
entire property, we bought the entire property, the entire one. But we didn't know that yung 1/3 pala is the subject of litigation.
Exactly, sir. If the 1/3 is the subject of litigation and the decision is not yet final, at least from your point of view, because you're still seeking a reconsideration from the laborer's point of view, they think it's final and the entire property belongs to them. At best, you have an inchoate share of 2/3 that is undisputed from your point of view,
Yes.
but still disputed insofar as the 1/3 portion is concerned. So I asked Attorney Gascon earlier, why did you not seek partition? Who gave you the right to choose which area of the 1.6 hectares is your 2/3 and this is the 2/3 of the laborers? I don't quite get that. You're the one seeking to file several petitions before the Supreme Court, the Court of Appeals, and wherever, which makes it impossible for the laborers to actually collect what is due them, and yet you're acting as if everything is yours already. I don't get that, sir.
That's because there was a settlement way back in 2009. There was a settlement between the company, DMCI.
Sir,
and the-
that is precisely the subject matter of litigation that you're seeking a reconsideration from.
Yes.
Again, why assume? What if you lose? What if you lose? What will happen to your development? What will happen? What will be the effect to the listed company that is getting income from this particular corporation? What if you lose? I think it's too presumptuous for you to assume that you will win in the cases. That's why we're already developing. At the very least, prudence will dictate that you would slow down on the development, at least of this area, and proceed with the development of the other undisputed areas. Would that be correct, sir?
Well, we didn't see anything irregular in it because there was a settlement, no, and
Sir, it is your belief that there is a settlement, but it is still the subject matter of litigation up to today. In fact, your lawyers just recently filed a motion for partial reconsideration precisely on that aspect, which called the actions of your lawyer, corporate counsel, fraudulent. So, How can you assume that everything is okay when you yourselves filed a motion for reconsideration, which is an admission that the case is not yet final and executory?
Well, I assumed it was all okay because the title was with us, and I was not made aware of any particular risk related to the development.
So you were advised na done deal na to.
Yes.
And on your end, kahit may konting kusot, I'm not blaming you, sir. Meaning it's a risk
Yeah.
worth taking. I presume.
Well, I was not aware of any particular risk. Kasi yung staff namin, they go through the project details, no? And everything went through them. They said it's okay. So,
Sir, yung decision ng Supreme Court na nagre-reconsideration kayo stated that the deed of redemption on which you are relying your ownership of the 1/3 share is fraudulent. That's why you're seeking a reconsideration.
yes.
If you lose in that reconsideration, di ba, sir?
Yeah.
Sasabihin 1/3 sa laborers pa dahil yung deed of redemption nga inaasahan nyo ay void and fraudulently executed. So, I will go back. Doesn't that put your company at risk? Developing, spending money already, getting permits, perhaps even already starting to sell. I don't know. I will ask that question later. And yet, may posibilidad na may isla nga equivalent to either 1/3 or the whole property na hindi ho inyo. At best, sir, you have an inchoate share in the property. Yun ang sure. From your point of view, you can be sure of that if you want to rely on the Supreme Court decision saying the laborers only have 1/3. At best, you have a 2/3 inchoate share over the subject property, but not a definite part of the property. So that is essentially the risk, sir, that you are facing. I'm not trying to apply as your attorney, sir, but your lawyer should have advised you in that way.
Yes.
Kaya ka nagre-reconsideration pa ho kayo eh.
Yes, Your Honor.
Did we invite HLURB? Are they here? No. Let's invite them again to ask. By the way, sir, are you selling already? Are you pre-selling already?
We have sold, yes, the
Sold?
properties, yes.
Subdivision ba to o
These are condos, medium-rise condominium buildings.
insofar as the development in the affected area is concerned, have you pre-sold units?
We have.
That's the reason, Mr. Chairman, why I wanted to invite HLURB, because it will further complicate matters. Manganganak na naman ng panibagong kaso to, if ever ang ruling ng Supreme Court is adverse to your motion for reconsideration. Or it will just mean you have to compromise with a higher amount because you cannot let go of your development anymore. But Ma'am Attorney Veronica, the reason why we invited you is although DMCI Project Developers Inc. is not a listed company, it's wholly owned by a listed company. What disclosures, if any, need to be done by a holding company in relation to siyempre, I used to play stocks before, so you read the news, di ba? You try to research on the company before you invest or buy stocks. What, if any, is the relation of any pending case with respect to disclosures to be made with the PSE of a listed company? Are all pending matters in litigation? Should they all be divulged?
We have a materiality threshold, Your Honor. If a legal proceeding involves a subsidiary of a listed company and the claim amount is at least 10% of the listed company's total current assets, it has to be disclosed.
If it does not, it doesn't.
It doesn't. If it does not breach the materiality threshold.
10% of total?
Total current assets of the listed company.
What specific amount in real terms are we talking about with respect to the MCI?
With respect to the DMCI, for example, I checked their total current assets as of December 31, 2022. It's around 144 billion. So the 10% of that would be the materiality threshold, which is around 14
billion.
Yes, Your Honor.
In totality, not
In-
one particular So 10 kaso pag tinotal, dapat mag-exceed ng 10%? O isang kaso pag nag-total ng...
Each legal proceeding, Your Honor. Each case.
Ma'am,
Yes.
paano kung less than 10% lahat pero 20 yun? What if you have a 2%, a case involving 2% of total, but there are 20?
20 different cases. It would not be disclosable, Your Honor.
Shouldn't that be covered?
Well, aside from the 10% materiality threshold, in general, we have, if it has a material effect on the financial or economic condition of the listed company and it is expected to affect the investor's decision on whether to buy, sell, or hold the security, then it would have to be disclosed also.
Ma'am, that I presume that's a difficult mathematical equation already.
Yes, but as a general guidance, Your Honor, we have a 10% materiality threshold.
Don't you think it's about time PSC revisits that rule insofar as being individually computed as 10%? So 10 cases at 10%, ubos na yung kumpanya. Diba? I mean, when will you know? You won't even know.
Yes.
Perhaps you can look at it both ways to protect the investors, not only on an individual basis, but
Okay.
also in its totality insofar as pending litigation or cases is concerned.
We'll
Again,
look into
the
it, Your
best
Honor.
interest of the investor, not pertaining to DMCI in particular.
Yes, the aggregate basis. We can look into it, Your Honor.
The aggregate of the individual cases. Because the fact that it's material does not mean that something will affect the stock, right? That it will be delisted, that penalties will be imposed. All it means is that everyone is put on notice.
Yes.
So that they enter it with eyes wide open, not eyes wide shut. Thank you, ma'am. Mr. Chairman, can we invite again if there will be a next scheduled hearing, the HLURB insofar as the fact that they're selling already now?
Yes, ComSec is directed to Sufina, the officials of the Sud. Because they ignored our invitation, so next step is to issue a Sufina. If they don't appear in the next hearing, we will issue their warrant of arrest.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Just a few more points, Attorney Austria. So I presume that given that Attorney Gascon is your corporate counsel, you know of and approve of everything that was done by Attorney Gascon as your corporate counsel.
Not everything.
Now that you've been briefed already of its in its entirety.
Not everything. As I said, Attorney Gascon is reporting to the head of our legal department, which is Attorney Pasio, and so he does not
Head of the
report
legal department of what, sir?
of DMCI Project Developers Incorporated.
Is Attorney Gascon's title corporate counsel? Is he the corporate counsel?
He's a legal counsel.
I distinctly remember when we asked him when he was representing the MCA Property Developers Inc. that he is the corporate counsel. That's why I don't understand why there's a legal counsel on top of him.
Well, he is also a corporate counsel.
He's also the corporate counsel.
Hmm. Yes.
Does he sit in the board, sir?
No, sir.
He's not the corporate secretary.
No, sir.
Your legal counsel is the corporate secretary?
No, sir.
Iba pa yun?
Iba pa yan.
Iba pa yun? Now, with the indulgence of Senator Tulpo, just a few more points. Nung binili ng DMCI nag-merger ang DMCI at TLDC, the main reason for that merger was the property, right? Is TLDC a singular property company? O may iba pang properties na interesado ang DMCI kaya kayo nag-merger?
It's a corporation, but I'm not aware if it owns other properties.
No, sir, I'm sure by now you read the Supreme Court decision. Why did it take the MCI so long to register the supposed sale
problem kasi sir sa estate tax.
Way back in 1995 to TLDC?
There's a problem with the estate tax. Deluxe
Ikaw na magsagot. Can I ask Attorney Gascon to answer that?
He already gave us his answer, sir, actually. He said that there were problems with respect to inheritance taxes that needed to be paid. But what were you told? Because, sir, again, if there are inheritance taxes due and owing to government, all they need to do is, you're in real estate, you know this. All they need to do is deduct it from the purchase price. In fact, if you were to buy yourself a piece of property, ima-minus mo na yung dock stamps, yung transport taxes, di ba? Ma-minus mo na yung capital gains tax para ako na lahat, para sigurado marerehistro ko to. As experts in real property development, I find it odd, and the Supreme Court said so itself, that they find it odd that it was not registered until after 10-15 years. Sir,
Well,
from your
the-
perspective,
the-
why was it not registered? Didn't you investigate? Di ka ba nagtaka? Kung na-register lang sana noon pa to, wala kayong sakit ng ulo eh. Diba? Why did you not do it?
Well, to your first question, the property was fully paid already. No, that's why
responsibility, sir.
it was the responsibility of the seller to take care of any taxes.
Sir, again, you and I both know that it's common practice that the buyer usually takes care of everything to make sure. Now, you bought a piece of property from me and I did not pay the taxes. You can never consolidate your ownership. Shouldn't it be your lookout? Nabayaran na ako eh. The problema nyo na yan, hindi ko babayaran yung tax. Habulin nyo ako kung gusto nyo akong habulin. As a real property developer, you don't do that. You don't leave it to chance. You don't let the buyer decide these matters and these things. You should exercise due diligence insofar as your dealings are concerned. So, in this particular instance, why was it not done? Bakit hinayaan niyo yung buyer mag-desisyon sa sarili niya ng 10 taon na hindi bayaran yun, bayad niyo na siya, and you cannot register the sale in your name? Sir, it took 11 years, nearly. The property was supposedly bought by TLDC in 1995. You registered the sale in 2009. Again, as the Supreme Court pointed out, a day after the deed of redemption was supposedly notarized by your corporate counsel. June 29, notarized yung deed of redemption. 2009, June 30, ni-register niya yung deed of redemption at yourself. Why? Why did it take that long? I just want to understand, unless okay lang sa inyo yung ganung practice.
Right. Well, I was not aware of that at that time. No, there was that problem.
That there was that problem? Whose lookout is that? Sir, nag-develop na kayo ng property, ang dami nyo nang ginagastos, wala pala sa pangalan nyo yung titulo. I don't get that.
It was already in our name.
Sir?
The title. Nasa pangalan.
Previous to that, it was not yet in your name. Previous to 09.
Wala po, sir. Sa
Pero when we developed it, it was already in our name.
What year was that?
2015.
When you started the development,
Yes, Your Honor.
it was already in your name, although subject matter of litigation. I yield, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Attorney Mr. Austria, for your patience and for your attendance in our hearing.
Thank you, Senator Cheese. Mr. Austria, can you confirm that using the falsified deed of redemption as a basis of ownership claim, DMCI filed a petition for certiorari before with the Court of Appeals, questioning the registration of the NLRC's entry of judgment?
Baka wala ka ng copy. Anong ulang?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Using the falsified deed of redemption, huh? Okay, can you confirm that using a falsified deed of redemption
So it was
as a basis of ownership claim, DMCI filed a complaint for quieting of title involving the subject property before the RTC of Pasig City to oppose the registration of the entry of judgment. Can you confirm that?
Sorry, Senator. So at that time, it was not declared falsified, and
Or when did you know that it was falsified?
sorry.
When did you know that it was falsified?
Well, up to now, it's really actually not falsified. That's why there's a motion.
That's
It was not falsified?
sir, lumabas yung decision, observation.
When
Now,
it's only now that we got to know of the Supreme Court decision observation that it's falsified, no? But it's actually
But it was the Supreme Court who told in its written decision that the deed of redemption is falsified. Am I correct?
si Manso, papalang na eh. Was on the
similar. Sorry, can you repeat the question, sir?
It was, I believe it was written in the decision of the Supreme Court that the deed of redemption is falsified. Am I right? Am I correct?
Your Honor,
That is my understanding.
based on the findings of the Supreme Court, the labor arbiter issued an order nullifying the deed of redemption and certificate and the release and quit claim in an order dated January 4.
It was the NLRC. The
The labor arbiter, Your
That's
Honor,
not correct.
January 4, 2011. DMCI filed the quieting of title on November 10, 2011. So the order came first, January 4, 2011, nullifying the deed of redemption. And the quieting of title was filed November 10, 2011, Your Honor. So a period of 11 months, 10 months to 11 months, Your Honor.
Okay, can you confirm that the Supreme Court in its resolution dated March 22 of this year in GR number 235269 ruled that DMCI is guilty of committing forum shopping when it filed a complaint for quieting of title with the RTC and a petition for certiorari before the Court of Appeals? Can you confirm that?
Yes, it's a subject of an MR.
Can you confirm that in the same resolution, the Supreme Court ruled that DMCI instituted the petition for certiorari with the CA, with the Court of Appeals, and the quieting of title with the RTC to render ineffective the orders and resolutions of the labor arbiter and of the NLRC, which nullified DMCI's rights over the property? You agree?
Sandali lang, sir.
All right.
We made use of the legal remedies provided by law.
Excuse me?
We made use of the legal remedies provided by law.
You may.
Made use of. We used.
No. I was just asking. It's just answerable by yes or no. Can you confirm that the same resolution, in the same resolution that the Supreme Court ruled that the MCI instituted the petition for certiorari with the CA and the quieting of title with the RTC to render ineffective the orders and resolutions of the labor arbiter and the NLRC, which nullified the MCI's rights over the property? So just answerable by yes or no. Simple question.
Yes, sir.
All right. So ibig sabihin, dahil sa mga walang basihang kaso na final ng DMCI, hindi nakuha ng mga manggagawa ay mga laborers ang naipanalo nila sa NLRC. Humigit kumulang 26 years na nakalipas. Kasi you affirmed all my questions. You answered in the affirmative. Diba?
Yeah. Yes, sir. But
Dahil yung mga iba to, NLRC ruling with which is final and executory, Supreme Court ruling, decisions.
we have
Ano?
we have compensated po yung 5 of the 6 workers.
You have?
We have paid 5 of the 6 workers recently.
Alam mo, nagugulan ako Nag-merge na kayo ng DMCI at Tagiglan. Am I correct? Kung kayo ng owner ng property, why do you have to settle with them? Ngayon ang una, wala na kayong pakialam sa kanila.
When
But you have
the-
to settle with them, with the laborers. Ingay.
Yun. Sorry. We wanted to settle with the workers so that we can go on in developing the property. So that there will be no more problems in the development, no? We settled. And it also,
Ako na may-ari ng lupa, kakausapin ko mo ba sila? Sila dapat kumausap sa akin. Di ba? Which is quite logical.
because of the annotation and because they always kept coming to us, no?
Ano?
They kept on coming to our office to ask for compensation, for settlement. No?
Again, yung settlement, yung sinasabi mong 1.9 million. Yun ba yun? Kaninang
Aside from
usapan?
that po, recently po, there's another settlement po.
What was the other settlement that you're talking about?
In front of the labor arbiter, there's another settlement.
When was this settled made?
September and October.
The September of
September and October of this year.
this year. Who paid it? Dmci?
The MCI.
How much did the workers receive?
8.4 million.
8.4 million.
8.4 million. Oh, can you confirm, Attorney Capuno?
Your Honor, we're not certain about the amount they actually received, but I think that's the amount they disclosed before the labor arbiter, Your Honor. That was the topic of the query earlier, Your Honor, when DMCI went directly to the laborers for settlement without the participation of the lawyer, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Lillo compensated? No?
No, Your Honor, he did not participate. He testified earlier that he was invited to participate by DMCI, Your Honor. Your Honor, if I may add regarding the decision of the Supreme Court, the First Division's decision, if we're going to examine the dispositive portion of the decision, the Supreme Court, while it is the position of DMCI that the laborers are only entitled to the 1/3 portion of the property, the Supreme Court did not say that DMCI is entitled to 2/3. In fact, the decision of the Supreme Court is to reinstate the title under the name of the original owners, the Laksinas, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor. So on that note, Your Honor, because of the findings of the Supreme Court that the 1995 deed of sale cannot be given any value because it was not annotated from the time they acquired it, and because of the deed of redemption executed in 2009 includes a participation of a laborer who is already dead, Your Honor.
So yung 1995 di in-execute na ng deed of sale, baliwala yon, sabi ng
Binaliwala po siya kasi hindi po na-register doon sa title
Because
after more than 11
they
years.
did not annotate it.
Yes, Your Honor.
Am I correct?
Yes, Your
On
Honor.
that aspect?
Yun po yung unang sinabi nila, hindi po nila inannotate, and it's beyond human experience why it took them so long to
What
register
was
that.
the reason why they did not annotate it?
According to them, Your Honor, as they testified, because of some estate tax issues, Your Honor.
Is that correct, Attorney Gascon?
Yes, Your Honor.
You did not annotate it
Yes, Your Honor.
because
During that time, Your Honor, it cannot be registered and annotated, Your Honor, because the Register of Deeds and the BI are asking for the certificate of registration for the payment of taxes, Your Honor.
But
so that was your lookout. Hindi lang kasalanan yun. Kasalanan niyo yun. The register.
Yes, Your Honor, but during that time, I'm sorry, I'm not yet connected with DMCI during that time, Your Honor. I don't know why it took 10 years because when I came to know this title is already there, Your Honor.
Didn't you notify the previous legal counsel? Why didn't you ask him? Why did they not annotate it right away?
When I came there, Your Honor, the legal counsel are already not in the office, Your Honor.
All right. DMCI has acted as a third-party claimant on the subject property. Am I correct? Which is now a prime lot in the Acacia Estates. When was the DMCI and the Taguig Land merger effective? 19?
I guess, Your Honor, 1997.
1997.
Yes, Your Honor.
What is the prevailing market price during that time?
Yeah, pardon, Your Honor.
What is the prevailing market price during that time?
I have no idea, but Your Honor, but I guess in the deed of absolute say it was purchased under 2,500 per square. I am not sure, Your Honor.
Right now, what is the prevailing price? Anybody of you?
In the BIR, Your Honor, in the BIR zonal valuation, Your Honor, I guess.
Mataas na, syempre.
Yes, Your Honor, around 20,000 per square.
40,000 only. Oh,
20, Your Honor.
20,000 only.
In the zonal valuation, Your Honor. I'm not sure, Your Honor, but it can. We will check in the what you call this in the BIR zonal valuation. Your
You already have erected structures there, am I correct?
Yes, Your Honor, and portion of 2,000 square meter, Your Honor.
2,000 square meters.
Yes.
Pending the resolution of the Supreme Court.
Yes, Your Honor.
Correct. I just would like to echo some of the questions of Senator Cheese. Gumawa kayo ng structure, wala kayong kasiguruhan kung ano magiging desisyon ng Supreme Court. Tama ba ako? That is my understanding. I am not a lawyer. I'm just a layman here. Tama ba ako? You were too presumptuous and you were too confident na itong Supreme Court papabor sa inyo. Because you already erected some structures there in that property. Am I correct?
Well, that's the management. What you call this, Your Honor? Management.
What if nga, just to echo again the question of Senator Cheese, the Supreme Court denies your motion for reconsideration. What will happen to the structures?
I have no idea. But if in case, Your Honor, the order of the Supreme Court is to what you call this, to settle to pay or to give it to the landowner, of course we will abide with the ruling of the Supreme Court, Your Honor.
Well, because on my part, that is very risky because you've spent millions of pesos to erect these structures. How many percent has been ang natapos nyo na? Ano ba ginagawa nyo dito? Condominium?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ilang percent ng...
I guess, Your Honor, it's already 100% completed.
100% already? Senator Raffy?
Anong pangalan ng project? Itong pinag-usapan natin, Mr.
Ivorywood Residences. Your Honor.
Ivory Residences. Ivory Residences.
Ivorywood, Your Honor.
Okay, Ivorywood. So, nung kino-construct nyo itong Ivorywood Residences, itong project na ito, siyempre, kukuha kayo ng mga permit and licenses, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Appropriate permit and licenses. Alam nyo naman na it is under litigation.
Yes, Your Honor.
Paano yung nagawa ng paraan na nabigyan kayo ng permit at license?
We just submitted,
To go
Your
ahead.
Honor, all the applications, Your Honor. Actually, in the title, in good faith, Your Honor, we put.
You've been using that word in good
Sorry, sir. Sorry, Your Honor.
since last hearing.
Okay.
No, alam nyo na under litigation ito. And yet, pinilit nyo, sabi nga ni Senator Jinggoy, very presumptive kayo. Palagi. Alam nyo under litigation. Pinilit nyo pa rin na ituloy yung proyekto. Sana hindi mo na kayo nagpatayo ng structure. And then, ininforman nyo ba yung mga pinuntahan yung mga ahensya ng ating gobyerno para sabihin sa kanila, hoy, tagpulana, ito ay under litigation. However, kami po ay mag-apply ng permit at license na para magtayo kami ng high-rise condominium dyan sa Ivory Wood Residences.
Yes.
Were they informed?
Yes, Your Honor. We
Bayag, ito mga ahensya ito. Give me the names of those agencies.
in the title
Give me the names right now. I need the names of those people na sinabi nyo na ito ay under litigation Pero kami nagbabakasakali, bigyan nyo kami ng permit at license na para maituloy itong project. Give me the names of those people.
I'm not the one who applied, Your Honor, the application for the permits, Your Honor. I'm not privy to the.
So therefore, hindi nyo sinabi. Dalawa na, it's either sinabi nyo sa kanila na under litigation itong lupang ito.
It's in the title, Your Honor. We filed annotation in the title that there is a pending litigation, Your Honor.
Okay.
Respondents.
Then give me those people na nag-approve pa ng inyong lisensya at ng inyong permit. Those agencies, government agencies na inuprobahan na despite the fact they know better na ito ay under litigation. Dapat hindi muna.
I don't know, Your Honor, who because I have said I'm not the one who applied the permits, Your Honor. It's in 2009, Your Honor. I don't know. I am not in the one.
Dahil nga dyan sa inyong padalos-dalos na yan, there's this big possibility na itong mga nakabili na ng mga unit dyan sa Ivory Ward residences, magmumukhang kawawa, magiging homeless, mawawala. You see? You know that, right? Sabi nga ni Senator Jinggoy, paano kung dumating yung time, sinabi ng Supreme Court Final Executory, wala ng MR-MR, panalo na sila. Oh, paano yun? Paano yun yung mga nakapagbayad na sa inyo? Ang gagawin nyo, i-refund nyo yun.
Just to interject, Senator Raffy, sinabi niya it was already 100% finished, the project, the Ivory Residences, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Benta na ba kayo mga unit?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ilan percent na yung nabentahan ninyo? Is it
100%.
almost occupied? Fully
It's occupied. It's fully occupied.
Fully occupied. Parang, kasi sa akin parang ang lakas-lakas naman loob nyo na nagpatayo kayo ng structure, ng condominium, nagbenta kayo, nag-pre-sell kayo, probably nag-pre-selling pa kayo noong araw. Tapos ngayon, you admitted that it has already been sold. Every unit has already been sold. Sabi nga, pagka sinabi ng Supreme Court, hindi kayo pinanigan, kinatigas, what will happen to the buyers of these units that you have sold to them?
So, sige po. First of all po, I was not aware na may problema yung
Didn't you
settlement.
inform these clients of yours or the buyers of yours that this land is still undisputed, is still disputed? Didn't you inform them? Oo, gusto ko bumili ng unit. Oy, ganda nito. Hindi mo ba ako sasabihan na, ito may problema pa itong lupang to ha?
Actually,
I'm aware. As a buyer, I am aware.
Actually po, the development is maybe around more than 3 hectares po. And then this particular property is at the edge of that entire development. No,
This is still a disputed property before the Supreme Court. Correct?
yes,
Oh.
Your Honor.
Didn't you inform? I was just asking. Very elementary lang naman yung question ko eh. Did you not notify the buyers of your units that may problema, that this land is still disputed before the Supreme Court, na may kaso pa? Kasi kung sasabihan mo ko, hindi ako bibili, matatakot ako. Di ba? So, parang niloko nyo itong mga buyers mo ng units. Eh pagka sinabi ng Korte Suprema, talo kayo, o paano? Paano unit ko? Palalayasin nyo kami ron. Siyempre, talo kayo eh. Oh. Sobra naman, you're too presumptuous, to say the least.
Kasingitin, Mr. Chair.
Yeah, please.
Attorney Gascon, on our next hearing, I want those people from the different agencies that gave you the permit and licenses to go ahead with the project, that gave you the go signal na ituloy yung project, despite the fact that they knew na ito ay under litigation. I want them here in the next hearing, and Mr. Chair, under oath, let's put them under oath and let them talk. Produce those people. Kasi sabi mo, nandun sa annotation, alam nila under litigation and yet pinayagan pa rin na bigyan ng green light ang proyektong yan na dapat hindi.
I think yun is, yeah, okay.
Then produce those people here
Yes,
sa next hearing.
yes, Your Honor.
And you agree with me, dapat hindi kayo nabigyan ng permit. Kasi nga, it's being contested because it's under litigation at Supreme Court pa ang nag-handle ng kaso. Bilang paggalang na sana sa Korte Suprema, dapat hindi mo na ginalaw. Hindi mo na kayo binigyan ng permit. Pero nagpumilit na magbigay ng permit itong mga agency nito at kung sino yung mga Poncio Pilato dyan, then may kalalagyan sila rito.
The COMSEC is instructed to invite all those persons mentioned by Senator RAFFY Tulpo. Yes?
My comment is, I think our lawyers thought that the risk
please
was
talk
very,
louder?
very small. That the risk was very small, considering that there was a settlement. No? So the
The risk is very small.
because there was a settlement. Pumayag
Even
yung-
though there was a settlement, but the ultimate decision will still be the Supreme Court.
Yeah.
Diba? What if?
I think our
Going back to my previous question, what if the Supreme Court
we
denies you?
we never anticipated that, Your Honor, because
Huh?
we did not anticipate that because we
Okay,
thought that the
okay. One last question. Kung nagbebenta na kayo, paano nyo matatransfer yung sa mga buyers yung titulo? Ha? Yung hindi naman nakapangalan sa DMCI.
not
How?
transfer.
This is still a disputed area, a disputed land. You started erecting structures, and in fact, it is already 100%. And you started pre-selling or selling the condo units. How can you transfer the title to the buyers? Kung
Transfer naman po.
ganito kasi bro, bumili ako ng unit mo.
Mhm.
Oh, bili ako ng 1 milyon. Kunwari 1 million worth ng unit mo. Binigyan ko ng 1 milyon. Paano yung titulo ko?
Meron naman pong titulo na transfer po.
Ha?
There was the title.
Is it under the name?
Sorry.
Is it under the name of the DMCI, the property?
Yes, Your Honor.
But this is still disputed. Paano ka? Meron na ba kayo in-issue na titulo sa mga buyers?
Yes, Your Honor. Kasi karamihan po ng building, hindi naman po sakop ng disputed property.
What is the disputed property? Hindi,
Kasi malaki po yung property and nandito lang siya sa bandang boundary. So,
1,000 square meter lang.
2,000 square meters yung disputed out of a total of, I think, around 3 hectares po.
so doon sa disputed area, wala kayo.
Merong tinamaan na isang building out of siguro out of around 10 buildings.
Natatawa ko sa sarili ko. Alam mo, I'm sorry, I have to use this term kasi wala akong maisip na term para i-describe itong ginawa nyo. Tanga kayo. Totoo. Tanga. Itong attorney, you're an attorney, tanga ka. Oh, sorry, the company that you represent is tanga, pati ikaw tanga. Nakipag-areglo kayo sa inyong mga complainant nang wala pang final para sa inyo decision sa Supreme Court. Tama? Naka-MR kayo. Gumugulong yung kaso sa Supreme Court. Pinayaran nyo sila. Dumating yung time, sinabi ng Supreme Court, ito yung desisyon namin na dapat ito yung amount ng pupunta o ito yung mga proper na punta. Bali wala yung aregluhan ninyo. Alam mo yan. Hindi i-ono ng Supreme Court yan. At pwede silang bumaliktad. Sabihin nila, sundin natin Supreme Court. Yung pinirma namin yan, null and void yan. Doon kami sa Supreme Court decision. Kung gusto nyo, kung magkano binigay nyo, 100 million, nakalagay Supreme Court, 1 billion, punuan nyo yung diferensya. Wala kayong magagawa. Kasi susundin talaga kung anong desisyon ng Supreme Court, right? Tara kayo. Pwede kayong baliktarin dyan. Hindi kayo nag-iisip. Nagpadalos-dalos kayo dapat kung aregluan man, doon pa lamang sa NLRC nakipag-areglo na kayo. Hindi nyo sana pinabot sa Supreme Court. Dahil pag nakarating sa Supreme Court, it's a point of no return. You cross the Rubicon. Hindi na pwedeng bumalik. So ang ginawa nyo, inareglo nyo sila. Thinking na tapos na. Hindi. Ang problema nyo talaga sa Supreme Court na. Nag-guess nyo, sir? Sasabihin ng Supreme Court, ito yung desisyon namin. Salungat doon sa inyong aregluhan. Do you agree? Na pwedeng sabihin ng mga complainant, yung binigay nyo areglo, wala yan. Sundin natin Supreme Court, kahit na may pirmahan tayo, doon tayo sa Supreme Court decision. Wala kayong magagawa, tama? O, di ba katangahan yan? Tulad sa ginawa mong katangahan na patay pinapirma mo, kahit na wala sa presence mo, umayag ka, pumirma ka doon sa notarize mo na dokumento na he and she was there when in fact they weren't there. Katangahan. Ang daming katangahan na nangyari ito. I've been observing since the first hearing. Ang daming lapses, and these lapses are glaring. Plain and simple katangahan. Ano po to? Dahil masyadong greedy kayo diyan sa DMCI. Maybe not you. You're just a lawyer. Maybe it's Mr. Austria. Who owns DMCI, sir?
It's DMCI Holdings owns almost 100% of DMCI project
And
developers.
who are these people that owns
It's a
DMCI?
publicly listed company po, and so there are plenty.
Why are you evading the question of Senator Tulpo? Who are the owners? Mention the names.
Ang majority owner is the Consuni family, and but then again there are plenty of other shareholders because of it being a publicly
Maybe
listed
it's
company.
it's about time na magkaroon ka ng reorganization sa inyong company, sir. I'm serious about this. Kailangan magkaroon ka ng reorganization dahil hindi tama yung mga ginagawa ninyo, mga polisiya, yung mga sinusunod yung polisiya, yung mga protocol hindi nasusunod, nagpapawara-wara kayo, padalos-dalos tulad nito. Di ba? Again, dalawang tatamaan dito. Una, yari kayo dito kapag nag-decide ng Supreme Court in favor of the complainant, yung naibigay yung areglo, mababaliwala yun, sisingil ulit kayo ng complainant, pwede kayong balikan. Kung sulsulan to ng mga abogado nila, bago, huy, baliwala yung areglohan na yan, balikan natin sila. Makisaw-saw tayo doon sa desisyon ng Supreme Court. Pangalawa, kawawa yung mga buyers ninyo. Sabi niya 100% nabayaran, nakapagbayad na. Anong gagawin niyo doon? Kung meron Supreme Court rulings. How much? Magkano po? My question now is, magkano na yung halaga ng natanggap ninyo mula sa mga buyers? Ilang units ho ba ito are we talking about? Ilang condominium units?
161 units ang affected, Your Honor.
161 units. Magkano to more or less? Yung 160. Sabi niyo kasi nakapagbayad na eh. Yung average na lang kasi Mr. Chair, meron yung siguro yung two bedrooms, 3 bedrooms, meron yung studio, pero
2-story to, bungalow lang.
7-story.
5-story, Your Honor. Five-story.
And then how many,
Units are affected are 161 units, Your Honor.
mga magkano to sa 161 units?
I have
Mga around 3 million siguro each.
3 million each, so times 161, Your Honor.
Regardless of how many bedrooms?
It's only two bedrooms, Your Honor. I think
Uniform?
there are 3 bed.
Uniform na 2 bedrooms?
Average, Your Honor, 2 bedrooms.
Average of 2. So
Yes.
may studio type, may 3 bedrooms.
We don't have studio type in that unit, Your Honor.
So maximum is, minimum is 2.
Yes, Your Honor.
Maximum is
Maybe around 3.
3 bedrooms.
Yes, Your Honor.
So you're selling it at an average of 3 million.
Almost all po ay 2 bedroom.
Excuse me?
Almost all are 2 bedroom units.
Yes, those 3 million, 161 units.
483.
Huh?
483.
So that's 483 million.
Yeah.
Your Honor.
So you know that is possible na kailangan yung ibalik doon sa mga landowners, yung mga unit owners. And meron pa kayong disgrasya na pwede kayong balikan at idemanda. Kasi hindi kayo naging truthful sa kanila. Tulad sinabi ni Senator Jinggoy na kung sinabi niya na, open for selling na kami pero may kaso to, under litigation to. Alam nyo, baka hindi lang 483 million ang mayayari sa inyo. Baka billions and billions of pesos sa lawsuit. Kasi meron dyan iba. Sabi na, hindi, niloko nyo kami, lilipat pa kami, ang dami pang abala. Ididemanda ko kayo. I don't want my money back. I want something else. I'll file a lawsuit. So from 483 million, pwedeng tumaas pa yan ng 1 billion, 2 billion, who knows? Plus yung desisyon pa ng Supreme Court, bankrupt kayo. Dahil sa kanyang katangahan. So Mr. Chair, next hearing, I would like to see those people.
Yes, we will conduct the next hearing either Tuesday or Wednesday next week. Depends on the availability of the committee rooms, and I expect your attendance again on next week, including those that were mentioned by Senators Escudero and Tulfo. The persons mentioned, especially the representatives of DSUD. Again, I would like to state for the record, if they do not show up next hearing,